Hello and welcome to X Talk, a show where I sit down with your favorite artists, entertainers, and content creators to talk explicitly about all things extravagant. My name is Markus X, and today I am joined by Ell. Welcome
Hi,
to the show.
how are you? Thank you for having
I'm
me.
doing beautifully. My ass is fat. It's sitting up.
There you
The
go.
folds and the wrinkles are in the right places.
Those people- And the dimples, right? And the dimples.
All of the good shit. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, It's later here than there, so I'm up. I'm ready. I'm perky. Nothing.
Percolating.
No one died at Stonewall. Nothing bad happened today. I think I'm ready.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for being here with us. What I like to do when I kick these off is for people who are listening who might not know who you are, what you do creatively. Could you just give us a little bit about yourself? Where are you joining us from? What sort of things do you dabble in? Give us your spiel.
Yes, well, I'm here in New York City. I am a podcast creator. So I have Queer Late Night, which is my podcast where I get to interview other queer artists from New York City or from around the world as well. I created that in 2002, 2020, during the pandemic. So it's been like my baby for a while. I love stories. I love storytelling. I think insightful stories from other queer people help shape the better to help shape our community. I also have another podcast I'm a part of. It's a project with my best friend Trey. It's called the Ellen. Wait, it's let me stop. No, it's called Just Press Play with Ellen Trey. We created that about 2 years ago, and it's another queer POC based show. It's supposed to be a YouTube series, so we try to give you a little bit of comedy. We have great chemistry, so we have great back and forth. We do games and stuff like that. And yeah, once again, it's just sharing stories and enlightenment. And outside of that, girl, I just do some dancing here and there.
Okay. Does it
Well,
feel in Oh,
let
go
me not
ahead.
even, let me not even downplay it. I've been there's a bar here called Balcone. So they have like their Tuesday night talent show. It's called Unhinged. I want to promote my girl shit. It's by Svetlana Stoli. So I've got a chance to dibble and dabble. I've done drag before, but this time I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I sang live, Feeling Good by Nina Simone live. And yeah, it was like my first time trying to do like something more burlesque. I love the stage, so it's fun being here in New York City and getting an opportunity to pursue some of my artistic dreams.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, first and foremost, does it feel interesting or does it feel like a little uncomfortable to be on the other side of like the podcasting game, to be the person that's like in the hot seat? Are
Yeah,
you like
I mean,
is it like a little weird?
it's not weird. I'm just like, well, at least I look nice.
Hey, I know that's right. Now, so I'm curious, okay, so you're in New York currently. Did you grow up in New York or where are you from originally?
No, originally I'm from a small city called Salisbury, Maryland. It's way
Okay.
out East Maryland. I know if you're like familiar with Baltimore, but it's like 2 hours east of Baltimore. So very little coastal city.
Okay. And
Yeah.
when then did you move to New York?
So I moved to New York in 2017, but I moved to New York from Connecticut because I had
Mm.
just got my undergrad at Southern Connecticut State University. So I moved
Hmm.
here in 2017, but it was all by way of the military. So I'm a veteran. I was in the U.S. Navy for
Okay.
about 4 years. So I joined the military out of Salisbury, Maryland. Then I got a chance to travel the world a little bit. And I stayed at my last station in Connecticut. And then from Connecticut, I ended up here in New York, and it's going to be 8 years in May.
So before then we get into talking creative, I want to go back to Maryland. You said Salisbury, Maryland. Are there any black people there?
Yeah, there's tons of black people.
Okay.
Salisbury I mean, it's not south. It's more east than it is south. I mean, it's considered southern depending on who you ask, but there's like lots of black people there. There's lots of white people there. There's lots of
Mm.
everybody there. It's just like a little small. I wouldn't say it's rural, but it's not like a city you would normally go and visit, I would say, unless
Yeah.
you're going there for school.
I always just feel like when I hear about people talking about like smaller cities or like rural towns, I'm like, damn, there must be like two black people.
Yeah, I mean, not mine, not my city. There's part, you know how you see you're a small city and there's these smaller areas? Yes, there's smaller areas where that's like that. And I wouldn't go
Yeah.
there. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
comfortable there. I'm
All
like,
right.
don't go to the sticks.
Uh-huh. You might not make it back out.
No, it's weird there too. Sometimes the water don't be working. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I used to go to places that don't have lights.
Yeah. So
Be like,
then at what point did you feel compelled or, at what point did you decide that you wanted to join the military? What prompted that?
what was senior year for me? And I had no plan. So I was like, I need to do something. I've always dreamed of going to California, but I also didn't have any college, um, ideas in mind. Didn't plan on doing that at all. I didn't think college was meant for me because I was struggling to get through high school. But I just decided one day I was headed to my job at Best Buy, and I was like, "Look, there's a whole like military office behind this place." So I went in there and I was like, "Hey, how y'all doing?"
Yeah.
Um, and I took the little ASVAB test, and boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like 2 months after I graduated, I joined the military. So it
Uh,
was good. It was good. It was a good time. Good time.
okay. Being somebody who is a queer person, being in the military, did you feel any type of way about the people who you were surrounded by, or like were those like your brothers?
I didn't feel any type of way by the people I was surrounded by at the time. I mean, because I joined pretty early. I joined when I was like 19 or 18. I think it was my 19th birthday, um, prior to me joining. But
Hmm.
I grew to love a lot of the people in the military that I served with, and have a lot of respect for them that stayed in as I got out, and they still protect and defend the country. There are a lot of microaggressions, as everyone knows, and all types of homophobia or racism, transphobia. All those things exist, but when you're young and you don't know, and you're coming from a small town, you really don't pay attention to those things as much as you think about them later on in life. I think about, but
Yeah.
no, the military was it was a good option for me because where I'm from too, you must know from small areas. Sometimes people just get themselves in something they can't get out of. Like I just was not trying to be dead or in jail. I
Yeah.
also didn't want to work at Walmart, so I had to do
Yeah.
something else.
And here you are living in one of the meccas of the world.
Trying to. No, I'm doing good. Yeah.
So then, at what point after the military, or were you in the military when you decided, okay, I'm going to move to New York next? Like, when did that come about as far as your planning goes? And like, what inspired you to move to New York?
Well, I wasn't in the military when I moved here. I was out by like about 5 or 6 years already.
Mm,
I honestly, so I went to college to get my undergrad in public health, and then as I was graduating, I needed to get a job. I was like, wow, I need to like now make money. So I applied for the HIV testing position at AIDS Healthcare Foundation,
mm,
and yeah, they called me in May. I think it was like maybe mid-April. They called me and I interviewed. I drove there. I interviewed and they hired me right after I graduated. So I just moved here. I really didn't know what I was going to do with an undergrad in public health. So once I got my foot in the door with HIV testing, I was like, well, here I am.
yeah, here you are. Okay. And growing up, did you have a sense that you were inclined to be more creative? When did you start tapping into your creativity?
I've always enjoyed art of different forms. When I was younger, I really enjoyed singing a lot. I was part of like the church choir, all state choir, high school choir. Art and like has always been like a kind of a journey for myself. I never really knew so many things would be considered art, like film and television and all different types of genres of music. So when I was younger, I was kind of like, oh, this is something that exists, but I didn't think it would ever be a career for me. Originally, before I joined the military, I wanted to go to school for fashion.
Mm.
But once I had got my little packet in the mail from FITM from New York City, which is kind of full circle, I was like, I can't afford this. So that dream went just away. As soon as I realized I couldn't afford it, I was like, I can't afford college actually. So yeah, art's kind of always been there for me. I've always enjoyed music, and being creative is just something that's kind of sharpened over the years.
Okay. Now, since you've been interested in music over all of these years and throughout your lifetime, have you ever worked on any music like independently as an artist that you've
Yeah, I
released?
have a song on iTunes. It's called
Okay, why aren't we doing that for the thing today, for the little break?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that you were going to ask me this question, but I recorded this song like maybe about 15 years ago, so it's not on
Okay.
my list of listen to. I'm actually working on some ideas with like a producer here right now, so maybe new music will come out. But I love covering artists too, like maybe doing some more covers. I think covers are cool.
Who are you trying to cover?
Well, I can't say. I can't. I
Huh,
can't.
right.
Yeah.
We have to wait and see.
But yeah, I've worked on a few covers during like the pandemic. Like I just nothing ever came of them because um, I never knew how to like reach out to people and find artists because I want them played original, like played out. So
Mm. Okay. Well, I want to jump into everything now that we have a solid background on you here. I want to jump into the podcast and future endeavors for you. But before we do that, let's jump into our first break. So for this first break, we are going to play my song "Faggot." So this is "Faggot" by Marcus X.
okay, all right.
Bad bitch up in the echo. Ho run up and I'm a black out. Hit my niggas in the trap house. Drop the addy, pull the map out. And if they want it, bitch, it's on sight. It's been so long, ain't got no act right. Let you walk no matter day or night. I'm him, faggot. I'm in the zone. I'm him, faggot. I'm in the zone. I'm him, faggot. We can't get no satisfaction. I'm him, faggot. We can't get no satisfaction.
All right, that was Faggot by Marcus X from my project Heaven's Gate, which is available now. Jumping back into you and what you're working on. So you had mentioned that you're working on 2 podcasts. So the first one you said is Queer Late Night, and you said that you started that in 2020. And
Yeah,
then the second one, hit me with that name one more time.
it's Just Press Play with Ell and Trey.
Just press play with Al and Trey. When did that one start?
That one started about maybe a year and a half ago. It was
Okay.
started
Okay.
recording together, and yeah, we just have fun. It's more than a podcast. It's actually a show. It's beginning more and more show. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
as time grows, we come up with better ideas and ways to execute them. So like this season that's about to start in a month, it's gonna be really good. We got some skits planned out. We got a little more money for some studio. The accoutrements will be there.
So for that one, it's more, I guess, just for people who are listening to differentiate them. Again. So the first one you said, so Queer Late Night, you're sitting down with other artists, creatives, maybe
Think
something
like
similar to kind of what I'm doing with this podcast, and you're discussing people like what they have going on, their journey, all of that. And then the second podcast, so Just Press Play, it's more of like a production. It's
Yeah, I
more.
mean, it's more production. It's like the best way to explain it is I always used to really love ET when I was a kid. I used to stay at my grandmother's house and we would watch Entertainment Tonight. So Queer Late Night is more like a artist interview, but
Mm,
also an educational piece
hmm
from just storytelling. mostly. But every now and then we'll have like community members on. Like I've had several people on that weren't just artists, but they were like CEOs of a nonprofit. I've definitely tried to make sure to highlight the stories of people from the trans experience, transgender people who have made foundations to help other transgender people that are not in New York City. So
Mm.
there's a bunch of stuff on there that I've tried to just shed the light and platform people. And then with Just Press Play, we're really, really like building a show. We're building something that you not only would listen to, but want to watch. So
Mm-hmm.
there's street interviews when it's not cold outside.
You're right.
Um, we have skits that we've done, and then we just try to interview like really random people. Like I got a chance to interview a New York City bus driver, which is really weird because you see these people on the MTA and you just never think about like what do you got going on? And they
Yeah.
have a whole life. So that was really fun. I got a chance to talk to a CBS correspondent. We got a chance to do our little political thing. So it's been like a lot of different avenues coming together as far as creating a show that's watchable. And like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Because you got to find that hold them past what 15 seconds, but try to
Right.
keep them for the whole 30.
Right. Right.
Not features with ADHD, knock
Yeah,
my boots
I
off.
know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
I'm one of
That's
them.
why you just have to pop out the little clips and give people just their quick little, you shoot a whole 2 hours and then it all boils
I'll go
down to
one
just
for
a
your
couple.
15 seconds, sister. If
Yeah,
you don't got you don't got some good 15 seconds, then what are you gonna
yeah,
do?
yeah, 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 yeah. I know. Yeah, it's wild. But here we are.
Here we are. And you
Yeah.
know what I'm here for? Because after, I do listen and watch podcasts, and not to shout out. I'm not sure if we're allowed to shout out other podcasts, but I can listen to Delta Work
Mm-hmm.
go off about McDonald's or Wendy's or what happened during our experience, and I'm just like, wow, this has been a whole hour of
A gift.
long term.
Yeah, yeah. Some people have it and some people don't, Some people have the ability to hold that and then some people are just like, what are we doing?
What are
You
we
know?
doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? Okay, so I'm just curious then. Let's start with queer. I want to dive deeper into both podcasts and then shift into, future endeavors or plans that you have coming up for the future. But to start off with Queer Late Night. So 2020, back, the pandemic's happening. You're in New York at this point already because you said you moved there, you said 2017. So you've been there for 3 years, then the world stops. World stop, carry on, right?
It did.
So when in the pandemic, like when in 2020 did you pop up, like start the show, start Queer Late Night?
I think so. When the pandemic first happened in March, I
Mm,
stayed for like a week. Then I moved back to Connecticut. So I think at the end of the summer, I would say August 2020 was when
okay.
I got my
Okay.
first ever. I got my microphone, and it wasn't the right microphone. And I had a friend at the time named Cassie. God rest her soul. She's somewhere. She's not dead, but she was like, just press record and get started, and I did. And ever since then, it's been going pretty. It's been going up and down. It's going up and down. You find the ebbs and the flows, but it's been pretty
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have any, not that guests are, not that we're picking our favorite children, but have you had, sit downs with people and you're like that stick out as maybe a highlight throughout your time doing it?
I mean, I've had everyone that's been able to do this podcast for free. Their stories have touched my lives and also the lives of others. I
Mm,
had a great following. I'm still trying to get the following up. You know how hard it is to be consistent. But I
yeah.
would say Iman LeClaire is a friend of mine that has Trans Azaleas, which she runs out of her apartment. And it's a nonprofit that tries to help people who are fleeing from their country of persecution seek asylum in the U.S. and try to get them out of their country. Like I know that she's saved the person from Egypt. I can't name all the places, but I enjoyed that conversation because she's funny and it was easy. And, once again, I feel like the opportunity to spread the word is always very important. But yeah, I would say, I mean, everybody go check them out, and then you tell me which one is your favorite one.
That's right.
They're all good. I can't, pinpoint one that's better than the other. A lot of them, when you're starting out and you're trying to do everything on your own, as a creator, it can be really hard sometimes to learn as you go and produce things. So there's a lot of content that hasn't been posted yet that I'm going to try to get to this year. But majority of the interviews I've done so far on Queer Late Night, they've all been really good. There's just a different element of surprise with each one because I try to like know the people that I interview, so the
Hmm.
chemistry there.
Hmm.
'Cause, it's the art of storytelling to inform. So,
Yeah.
you tell me
And
which one's good, sister.
okay, yeah, drop a comment below and let us know what your favorite episode is of Queer Late Night. Now, when you started the show or when you had the idea for the show, what really what was the spark? What was the seed that was in your mind where you're like, I want to do this thing? Why did you feel inspired? Was it just because you felt like you had the ability to help people share their stories? Was it you just wanted to do like a new creative project? I'm just curious, kind of your thinking leading into the podcast.
Well, thanks for asking. I told this story a little bit last night. You know what it is? I think for the times, for it being during the pandemic and you seeing, Black Lives Matter happen, and I think it was also an election year, which was
Yeah.
really rough for us. Once again, rough, rough, rough. Um, Working a 9 to 5 job where you feel like you're just a cog in some system, whether
Mm,
it's capitalism, whether you're in healthcare, you're a teacher, sometimes you just can't help but to feel that way. It was important for me to kind of have something on my own, to, feel like I'm not just in New York City working paycheck to paycheck, trying to survive without producing something while I'm here because I might not always live in New York City. You never know what will happen.
yeah.
And that's why I really wanted to create something that resonated well with me. I've always, you know, what it's like to be at 4 a.m. in somebody else's kitchen going over the same story, going over
Right.
the same story.
Right.
After a while, you meet enough people, like, wow, that was a great story. I wish, more people could hear it. And I thought, like, maybe I could start a podcast. And from that idea, I thought maybe Queer Late Night because I've always enjoyed late night television.
Mm,
Arsenio Hall, Monique when she had her show. I think Sinbad had a show. I watched a lot of people of color have late night shows, and they disappeared for a while. And I was like, why don't I have like a queer late night where I like
yeah.
queer and LGBTQ plus people from the community, and we gab it up.
Hmm. Hmm. And then, so Trey, who is Trey? We're shifting over to the second podcast now. Who is this Trey that we're talking about?
So Trey is Trey Sherman. Hey girl, if you're watching
Shout
this,
out.
hey girl. She's a girly from Maryland. I never seen her there, but she says she's from Maryland. That's an inside,
Allegedly.
allegedly. That's an inside joke, but show me the receipts. No,
Uh-huh.
she's a journalist, which is amazing because journalism, once again, one of those things I didn't know was an actual career. Um, when I was growing up, I know it's a career now, but
Hmm.
um, he's a journalist. He works for a major network. He probably doesn't want me to say, so I ain't gonna say which network. But it's really nice because working with a close friend I met here in the city maybe about 3 years ago. It was just it just turned into like I don't know, just two friends catching up all the time and just being really funny together. Like if he's not laughing at my jokes, I know they didn't land. But this show really came about wanting to have like a queer panel and a queer show and having all these ideas. We wanted to start with a podcast first, and we wanted to do comedy and not something that was too heavy because at the time everything was really heavy. Everything's been
Yeah.
heavy for a while, but yeah, just press play. We started off with like a review maybe 2 years ago of Nicki Minaj and why they haven't given her a Grammy yet.
Mm,
And from there, we just, we've done ballroom, we've done ball culture, we've done like skits, studio sessions, you name it. this past holiday, we did a holiday special where we both made our favorite desserts from at home. It was really funny. You can find that on YouTube too. We sang a song, recorded a song. So this is a real lot of there's a lot of production in this one.
Okay,
Not
that's
just
fun.
one.
It's fun to have like two separate projects running where it's like you can do something that you feel inspired by on one end, and then on the other end have, you know, a whole different type of energy that you're putting into the project, right?
I'm trying to get this coin.
Okay.
Yes, if you're
Okay, building. You said, bitch, one way or another, it's happening.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, I feel that. Now, okay, so you're running both of these podcasts, and then also earlier in the show you had mentioned that you do some dancing, you're doing some you used to do drag, you said.
So I tried drag. I was doing drag, but I realized I don't want to commit to like a show. I don't want to take someone else's spot. I just love popping out and doing a quick performance, like a talent show,
Do you
a
have a name?
karaoke, someone else's production. Put it that way. I will be a part of your production as long as I get a part in it.
Do you
But
have a drag name?
no, I don't want to do that either. I don't want another persona. I just want just one name.
So when they introduce you, so they say the immaculate, the diva herself, Ell. Is it just they just introduce you, they pull you out to the stage as just Ell?
Yeah, I come from behind a curtain.
Okay. You don't fall down from the ceiling into the splits like what's her name, to Dupree,
Yeah,
Tamandi, to
no,
yeah,
I love that though. Every single time I see that video, I'm always like, how long was she up
amazing.
there? Was there a ladder? Did she have to crawl, scale the ceiling? But no, I
Yeah.
don't. If I could have it my way, I would come out of the ground like Beyonce, like Beyonce
Okay.
back in the day.
Okay, I feel that.
But no, just
Okay.
behind a curtain with the name L. I'm just like, oh yeah.
Okay. And so then these are kind of like things that you're doing once in a while then. So like the performance is like it's like once in a while when you're feeling the vibe.
Once in a while, when I feel the vibe, when I've collected enough stuff from like the clearance section, and
Uh
I have all of my drag on, and it's looking good, and my wig's glued down.
yeah.
First of all, when it's steamed straight, and then I glue it down, I'm ready. So
Okay.
pride. So pretty much pride.
Yeah, yeah. What is the fantasy that you give in drag? Are you like, ooh, I'm like a sexy vixen? Is it like I'm like comedy? Like what, like if somebody was gonna come see Elle, the drag performer, like what could they expect?
They can expect uh mid-grade stripper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
There's no food in this strip club. We just, there's an ATM by the door. Get your money. We're gonna
Yeah.
pass it down.
And like the smell of cigarettes. Like people are still smoking, even though they shouldn't be smoking inside, like people are still smoking. Is it like
It's
that?
it smells like cigarette, but it don't smell like carpet because we don't got carpet in ours.
Yeah.
We
Right, right. But it smells, it's like the old bar smell where it's like it just smells like the mop water still a little bit, or like the cleaning shit.
Yeah, whatever they use, whatever nasty mop they've had for 10
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
We don't do that at mine. I said mid-grade, so
Okay.
we got some.
You're like, bitch, you better come
That
correct.
comes in the morning and they clean up this nasty. Yeah.
So if a mid-grade strip experience would, even though they're not serving food, like they don't have an active kitchen, do they have like bar nuts?
No, honey, you can get a hypnotic, you can get a Hennessy, an apple juice.
Okay, just alcohol.
It's all gonna
Alcohol
be
and ATM.
yeah, alcohol, ATM. We got either acrylic glasses or plastic, depending on
Uh-huh. And like one stage. One
Ooh,
stage, one pole.
don't do us. No, you can dance on the stage. You can dance on a lap. That's also a stage.
Ooh, okay. Okay, well, everybody, if you're listening and you have the availability, make sure that you check out Queer Late Night and just press play with
Ellen,
Elle and Trey. Like you're hitting me with some fucking tongue twisters here. And or go see Elle give a mid-grade strip club drag experience, and make sure you have your money. What can we expect next from you? Like what is your vision for yourself moving forward?
The vision moving forward is you're going to get a whole new season of Just Plus Play with Ellen Trey. Sorry, my dog is she's got allergies. I'm not sure what's going on. And
What's her name?
also, you can expect some new episodes and some episodes that you've never seen before for Queer Late Night, and just more entertainment from me. I don't want to overload the circuits too much, but a lot more entertainment from me this year.
Okay. Well, leading us into our second break, when I had reached out and asked if you had done, like, if you had anybody that you could, give a shout out to, any friends, anybody who makes music, or, queer artists to throw on the show for the second break, you had said Saint Ahmad. Is this somebody that you know?
Yes, it's someone I know and that I love and adore. They just released new music I saw today. I'm not going to tell you the name of the song because I'm going to mess it up. But Saint Ahmad produces music in New York City. And also I think he's in Florida now too. So
Okay.
his music. He has a lot of great music in his catalog.
Hell yeah. Well, this is On Go by Saint Ahmad. Shout out.
No. I'm pleading with him, let him grab me by the throat. Don't got time for labels, I do it all. I ball. He said, okay, we'll bend it over in the bathroom stall, cause I'm on go. Watch it how I brawl. Watch it how I brawl. Okay, you lit, I'm drip, I get, you won't go me. I'm too, okay, you lit, I'm drip, I get, you won't go me, I'm too. He said he love me, but he don't. I'm pleading with him, let him grab me by the throat. He said he love me, but he don't.
Okay, that was On Go by Saint Ahmad. Are you ready for a segment that I like to call X Marks the Spot?
Yes.
Yeah, you're like, you don't even know what it is. You're like, yes, just say yes.
Yeah.
So this is X Marks the Spot, is a segment where listeners of the show write in. Maybe they have questions for us. Maybe they want to tell us a juicy story, or maybe even they're going to ask us for advice. So for everybody listening to this episode, if you do want to write in or leave us a voicemail for to be featured on a future episode, the number for that is 415-448-6630. All right. Well, since you're ready, here we go. Somebody asks, what pisses you off?
What pisses me off? Oh, dude, how much time do we have? No,
Right.
What's been pissing me off lately is, situational awareness. You got to have it, right? Like if you are walking slow because you're trying to take your time, or if you're partnered with someone, you guys are just trying to scroll, understand that people are trying to get around you. And sometimes it's just nice to like do a little curtsy, a little step behind.
Yeah.
Little backdrop. I live in Midtown, put it that way. And it is so hard to try to like get anywhere once you get past, I think like 42nd Street and 8th, because it's all tourists. But these tourists, we love them. They give us money, I think. I don't know. They hold hands. They'll gridlock with 8 people. I'm like, baby.
Yeah.
Sidewalk.
Yeah. Pay attention. Pay attention. You're not the only people that exist here in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I mean, mine is the same, but to give more off of that, I would think of something different. So it's definitely like, I feel like that definitely pisses me off, like walking down the sidewalk and like people just not fucking paying attention. But I feel like also high key, like, I don't even want to make it like a race thing, but I feel like a lot of times like white people will be pissing me off, like, to be honest. But like, I'll just say, not even to make it a race thing, I'll just say that our current political climate of the country and world pisses me off.
It's a mess. I
A
mean,
mess.
it's so, and I'm not gonna jump on no soapbox because I can and I will.
No.
What I'm gonna say is, it's so. What did you vote for, bitch? Come on,
Yeah.
because you said you want the economy to fix, and you gave it to a man that's got 6 bankruptcies.
Yeah.
He owes the state of New York like over 450 million. He frauded the government. Do you think a man that frauded the government should be in charge of it?
Right. And like what gets me too with all of that is like people will be like, "Oh, well, my bank account, like, my finances were better when he was president the first time." And I'm like, "So do you realize like how this works is that everything that people have during their term, they're either fixing something or reaping the benefits of things that happened in the term before them. So for his term, his first term, everything we're talking about things that had come before him that had been then set into place and were moving along during his term. It always is like the Democrats always have to fix things that the Republicans fuck up. And then the Republicans always seem to like reap the benefit of that. It's like this like back and forth, and it's really interesting. But yeah, it's definitely a fucking whole ass mess. Also, what gets me about that line of thought too, when people are like, "Oh, my finances were better," and it's like, okay, but so just fuck everything else that this person stands for. Like, all you care about is your money, but like, fuck everybody's rights that they're going against. Like, fuck
Their
that. Like, who cares
finances,
about
their
yeah, who
finances are
cares about these people? Like, it's only my bank account and my bank account only. Those be the same motherfuckers walking down the street not paying attention to what's going on.
no, no, no.
Huh. All right. Somebody says, "Girl, have you ever been catfish? I used to watch that show all the time and always thought it was made up, but recently showed up to a date and it fucking happened to me. Like, what the actual fuck? Have you ever been catfish?
Yeah,
For real?"
I have been catfished a few times, but once again, little young naive me, I was like, "Oh, this isn't like the guy in the picture, but I guess he changed." Yeah.
It was like he was like a whole different race. You're like, I guess he just changed.
Different person, different amount of hair, different amount
Yeah.
of teeth, just different person. I'm like, okay, I guess, but not no more.
And so what did you do in these instances where you showed up and they were just completely different people?
Well, I think it happened to me a few times when I lived in San Diego when I was stationed there, but I was like 18 and 19, so I was susceptible to like, but because I was younger then, they used to offer me money then. So they'd be like, "You
Yeah.
want to stay around? I got like $25." And back
Not
then,
$25.
don't do me. Let's not do it. Listen, back then, $25 would go really, really far. Now
Huh.
I accept that. But then I'm like, okay, mind you, I was like, a seaman in the Navy. I was a seaman in the Navy and, poor. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little more than $25, but sometimes it wasn't. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes it's like, I'll come over if you pay for my gas. One time someone paid me in quarters, but that wasn't the person that cashed.
Insane. Not in quarters. They handed you all the rolls.
No,
They're like, here you go.
I got a little Ziploc baggie, girl.
Crazy. That's crazy work. I have never been catfished before, luckily. Yeah, no, I've never had that experience. I feel like if it happened to me though, I would probably laugh in their face. Like I'd be like, what are we doing?
You'd probably say that, and that would crush your soul.
I don't
Like,
give a fuck.
I think the thing
Bitch,
about-
if you want to be that bold to fucking be pretending like you're somebody else, then be prepared for the consequences as well. It's like these old motherfuckers that be on the apps with their pictures from like 30 years ago. And it's like, baby, like you don't look like that. Like, let's just like, there's going to be somebody out here who wants you for what you look like.
It's a picture of a picture. I'm like, you know better.
Right.
You know better.
From like, it was like their high school picture. Like their high school headshot from like the 50s.
like these phones don't like deliver crystal clear photos. Like, why would we believe this?
Yeah. It's crazy. Okay. Somebody says, "Hello, I've been feeling really sad lately because my bussy needs attention. The apps have been a wasteland and all my regular FWBs have been busy. What's a girl to do?"
I noticed. So the app's been what the way the app's been a wasteland.
They said it's been a wasteland.
Okay. Have we tried Craigslist? Have we tried?
Is Craigslist still a thing?
You can sell if you can sell computer parts. You can sell something else. I don't know. What
I would be
about
scared.
like leaving your number on like the stall door?
You're going old school. You're like make a personal ad for the paper.
Um, print, printing out your description, clicking on all the polls in neighborhood,
Yeah.
little tearaway tags.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, like, what about like going out? Like, did we forget about that? Because all
oh,
they're just saying the
that's another
apps.
one too. My bad. See, I was trying to help them. They said their bussy was tired or whatever.
Yeah,
And
they said they're sad because their bussy needs attention and nobody is there to give it to them. Essentially,
so I got right to the bussy part. I was all right. So go on a
no,
date.
yeah, go or just like even if you're just trying to hook up, go out to the fucking bar, go to the club, like get
What the
yourself
fuck?
together, like get into real life. Like I feel like people are so used to living on internet reality now. Like it's like
Yeah.
go out and meet somebody.
Actually, you know what? I was saying this to you earlier. Like not everybody does well in the club or the bar setting. So you gotta go out. Sign up for kickball,
Yeah, because they
rugby.
all be fucking. The gay sports team, they be fucking. All of them.
You might not find any tops there, but you'll find your way
Right.
to it. Network. You'll network your way there. You'll network
Right.
your way to that bussy getting filled.
You know, or go to like the cruising spot wherever you live, like go out in the woods like late night and just like have your hole ready. Just be like sitting there like have the back arched out on the trail, just ready for whoever to slide in.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
stop being so selective. Just if you that or go buy a fucking dildo, bitch. All right, somebody says, "What do you think about these gay for pay lonely hands stars," which I think is code for OnlyFans, which is great. Gay for pay lonely hand stars are go-go's.
What do I think about them?
Yeah.
I don't think about them.
Oh, oh, oh.
You know what Whitney says? I don't think about them. I don't know. What am I? First of all, listen. I know what people are getting at here. Like they gay for pay. Somebody's paying them. What do you think about that? What do you think about the people that are paying them? Right?
Yeah,
Because they wouldn't be doing it if they weren't successful. I think. I mean, and as far as the go-go people, they're there
yeah.
to dance. And if
What do you
you,
think? I mean, opening up the conversation even further, like, what do you think the people's fascination or like their sexual desire for like straight people is?
I think it's the desire. I mean, I'm not a therapist, but maybe the desire to want something that you can't have or doesn't want you back, or I don't know. I mean,
Hmm.
want to each their own. I mean, someone's paying for it. If you say like these gay for pay, they're not gay for play, they're gay for pay. So someone's paying for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
whatever someone decides to tell themselves or whatever they want to live with is what they want to live with. They want to say they're just gay for money. Okay, honey. I'm
Do
not
you
mad at
think? I mean, uh, like who are we to define what somebody wants to define themselves as, right? But like, do you think that if somebody's like getting bust down, like dick down, like say that it was like a gay for pay bottom, like for like film or whatever, like porn star, like could you like do you in your own personal opinion think that that person is actually straight, but they're getting like their back blown out like every shoot?
Listen, I know there was this one guy, I can't say from where, a long time ago, that only liked like he liked his ass getting stimulated. What do you call it?
Oh,
The prostate?
yeah.
So he thought he was gay for the longest time. And then one summer I came home, he's like, I'm actually not gay. I just really enjoy getting fucked or getting my ass stimulated. And I found this girl that loves pegging me. So I don't need you anymore. And he just tossed my ass to the curb. No, I was kidding. But then so I have had this experience and I haven't heard from him since ever again.
Hmm.
Either, I don't know. I mean, once again, people are able to like if you want to identify as straight and getting
Yeah, whatever makes you go to sleep at night.
I
Whatever
can't.
you
I'm
whatever
not
you're
gonna lose sleep over it. I'm like, wow, we just do whatever we live in a time you can just do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever you want.
truly, yeah, your art pop can mean anything. Okay, well, yeah,
That
I
needs
don't
to come back. That really needs to come back. My art pop can mean anything.
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 What do I think about gay for pay lonely hand stars or go-go's? I don't think about them either. Like I kind of don't fuck with that energy though. Don't come like are you actually an ally? Do you know like I guess it depends like case by case because it's like if you're doing all this and like you're just trying to collect gay dollars but like you're not showing up to support the boys and girls in the community but you want our money, I don't fuck with that. But if you're like actually an ally and like you're getting your back blown out, whatever, like
Well,
whatever,
yeah.
however you want to define.
Well, I guess if they're I guess the allyship wasn't. I guess part of the question when I was thinking about it, but one can only hope that if you're coming and collecting the queer's dollars, that you're standing up for them. But we know that's not the case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm like saying like gay for pay. I'm like, okay, so someone's paying them. I'm not paying them, but
Yeah.
someone is. So someone's okay with all of that. Because I did an interview recently, actually, one of my favorite interviews with my friend Taco, and we've had this discussion on multiple occasions how like you don't see any of like the lonely fan stars coming out to support sex workers, even though
Right.
a lot of times the two go hand in hand. And sex work is real work, but they don't say anything about that. And it's only and it's typically one specific group that's always at the forefront, and there's one group that you never really hear from. And
Do you remember back? Was it like 2020 when OnlyFans was like about to like they were like shutting like they were like you can't do any more sexual content here or something?
yeah, and the girls flew the coop, the chickens flew the coop, and they realized, wait a minute, let me try to bust it wide open over here,
Yeah.
because that's what people. I mean, it was a split between I think Just for Fans and then Lonely Hands. So
Yeah. That's
they
such a
changed
good play on rhyming lonely hands. I like that.
Lonely
Oh.
Hands.
All right. Somebody asks, or they say, what X-Men do you most resonate with? And if you don't watch or read, why not?
Wow. First of all, who told y'all I could read?
Right.
I'm just kidding. Now,
Assuming a lot here.
oh, no, this is a good question because I do know some of the X-Men, not all of them.
Mm.
Is it Jean Grey that can materialize things?
I have no clue.
Are you not an X-Men fan, girly?
I can't say that I am. I know I have somebody in mind, but that's like I know two of them, and that's all I can tell you.
Well, I'm gonna describe mine. I think it's Jean Grey, the one that can like. She's a phoenix. She can like create things on astrophysical levels, and that's the one that I would want to be because I think that was the most powerful one they wanted to get rid of.
Okay. Yeah, I don't watch or read X-Men, but I do know just because of that it being something that's a part of the zeitgeist of pop culture and shit that we know. I know Mystique is the one that can like shapeshift.
Yeah.
I know Mystique and I know Storm, and I'm not trying to be making no storms. I'm trying to shapeshift. I want to I would be like a seductress. I would be like I would go to fucking Donald Trump and I would turn into like a Russian big titty blonde hair bitch. Did you ever see Mars Attacks?
I think so.
When the aliens like infiltrate the White House and they have like the girl with the blonde hair and she's like chewing the gum.
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, well that would be me, but like I would be Mystique because I would be on some like secret mission type shit. People's days, I'll just say this, people's days would be numbered.
Okay.
I would be shapeshifting.
We couldn't find you for any of the other mission because you're out fucking Republicans. Got it.
I wouldn't be fucking them. I would be their days would be numbered. Okay, there'd be a bunch of mysterious deaths, and they would have a picture of the person who they thought it was, and they would never see that person again.
Oh, so assassin.
Fully down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, down. Infiltrating the government. I'm just kidding. Allegedly.
Don't listen to her. Don't listen
Right.
to
They're about to they're about to use this as evidence in court and put some shit on me.
Well,
All
first
right.
of all, we don't got those powers. So
You right. You right. All right. Somebody says, have you ever had here we go again. They said, have you ever had sexual relations with the straight homie when y'all was drinking?
Yeah. Yes. Who does it? Just kidding. Yeah. Don't we all do that 1 or 2 times?
And do they hit you with the we can't tell anybody about this?
Of course. And I told everybody, girly.
You probably was getting the trade back in your days in the military.
No, it wasn't. If it was me now, then yes. But remember, like when I also came out in high school the 12th grade year, and then I had to come out a few more times. So I didn't know what was going on back then.
You were too busy collecting bags of quarters.
Mr. Girl, I got you know what? My core focus was never on E. I always had gas money.
All right. Have I ever had sexual relations with the straight homie when I was drinking? Honestly, I don't know. I don't really have like a lot of straight friends like that. Like I've never really had like a lot of straight friends like that where I would be like drinking and fucking. But you know what? One of my good homegirls, her boyfriend always used to be looking at me, and they had stated that if the situation would have presented itself, it would have been on. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
He was fine. All right. Somebody says, okay, so I have a roommate who recently got into a relationship. My problem is that this girl's boyfriend is basically living with us now, eating up the food, shitting down the bathroom, and just always around. I swear. They said, feeling really frustrated because every time I mention it to my roomie, they play it off like it's no big deal.
What you mean it's no big deal?
Right. Not shitting down the bathroom. That was my favorite part.
Shitting down the bathroom would be the icing on the cake because I can't stand a dirty kitchen or a dirty bathroom. Here's my advice to you. If it's not a big deal, then let's recut the rent 3 ways.
Right. So the roommate probably...
Bro, that's traumatizing for me. I'm going to need the rent to be reworked.
Right. Yeah, no, fully. And it's like, how many days, what I want to know is how many days a week are they spending there? Because then I would write that shit down. I would start tallying. I would take note, and then I give it like 1 full month, and then go back to the roommate and say, hi, Charlene. I've made note of every single time that Daquan has been over here, and as I see here, he's been here for 17 days out of the month, which means that he's basically our roommate now. So what are we doing here?
Oh, wow. 17 days is all it takes?
I mean, that's like more than half of the month, you know?
But also, it only takes a month for you to have, like, I think, squatters' rights in most states.
Oh, that's crazy.
Also, when you said eating up the food, whose food?
Right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like shitting down the bathroom, I might let that pass. But the staying and the eating of all the food?
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, like, are you guys like sharing food? Like, what? Yeah, what is the situation here? People be writing in, and like, I'm like, I need more context.
Yeah, recut the rent, girl.
Okay. Our last question. Somebody says, do you like porn? What type, if so?
Do I like porn? I love porn.
What type? Do you have just one type that you like?
I love amateur porn, or I love I like feeling like you just prop that phone up wherever you felt like it, and yeah, like lots of solo stuff. I love solo stuff. I love butt shaking videos, ass shaking videos, gym.
Just that's it? Just they're just shaking their ass, nothing else?
Sometimes people can shake their ass and it drives me crazy, especially those people from Australia.
Ah.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that Australia was known for ass shakers. I would think like Brazil.
there too.
Hmm.
I don't know. What kind of porn do you watch?
I watch like a lot of like bisexual porn. I like that kind of fantasy. Like I want like a little bit of this and a little bit of that happening.
Yeah.
I like the close-up shots, like extreme HD,
Yes.
4K.
Too.
HG. I don't want see, but like where we differ is I'm like I feel like sometimes when people are doing amateur, it's like okay, but I can't see anything. Like I can't see anything, and the camera's all moving around and shit, and it's like, baby, like I want to see what's happening. I want to
Baby,
see.
I'm blind.
You said what?
Baby, I'm blind.
Right, like I need to see what's going on. You know,
You sound
get
like
your friend to hold the camera for you. Don't. I don't want you to be holding it and moving it all around and shit.
well, I want it to be amateur, but I do want you to like find your light, like mahogany, honey. Like find your light.
Hmm.
But, like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Don't not too shaky, but like that squirt porn. If it says something about squirting, that's kind
You
of
like that?
yeah.
So like when the girls are like, "Ah," and then it's just like spraying all over the place.
I'm like, I say to myself, damn, I wish my body could do that.
Uh,
That's
yeah,
what fun.
I feel that. Do you think that squirt though is just pee?
Okay,
You're like whatever.
whatever. You
Yeah,
think it's just pee?
I thought that's what people said. That it's not actually like cum. It's like the body releasing. So it's like a big release for whoever is doing it. But it's like I thought it was just like piss. Are you into piss play?
Yeah,
Okay.
get some of it. I like it. I'm not gonna get a rubber suit though. Like maybe like
Would
out.
you be have you ever I know you go to like the Eagle there in New York?
Yeah, I've been there. I'm not
W-
doing that there.
okay, so you wouldn't
I'm
be the
not
person
leaving the Eagle drenched.
you're not going to be the person in the bathroom next to the urinal who's just
One of my first times there when I moved here, there was a girl laid up in the trough, girl. I was
yeah.
like, I came out, I told my friends, I was like, someone's in there. I was like, oh yeah, she's into that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah. Have you ever been out here for Folsom or
no,
Dory
I
Alley?
want to come. When is the Folsom?
Folsom is I think it's in August.
Oh, it's hot there, right? Is it hot there?
Yeah, it's like the end of summer.
Okay.
And then Dory Alley is in July, I think. And Dory Alley is like so Folsom is like the more commercial one now, and Dory Alley is more like kink focused. Like it's less known, and so I feel like I've had better experiences at Dory Alley. But Folsom is the one that's like more commercially known because I think that they do a Folsom in like Germany too. Like it's like more like worldwide known, right? But my point is that every single time, so at Folsom every year they set up like what are those little like the little blow up pools like for the kids,
Mm-hmm.
and then people piss in it throughout the day. So this event runs from like 9 until like 6 at night, right? So like a good like 8-9 hours. And so if you go, you'll see it filling up throughout the day with more and more piss, but there's always people just like laying in it or like splashing around. And every single time I see it, it's not for me. I'll just say that. We're not here to kink shame, but it's not for me. I'm like, it's just in the sun all day, and people just like up in this like hot piss or just mixture of piss from people just pissing in this pool all day. Absolutely not for me.
Mm-hmm. Well, not kink shame, but that's not what I asked for. I didn't know that.
Because
Fuck.
You want it right. You said squirt. You want it happening right in the moment.
Yeah, I want me some fresh piss.
You better get them rubber sheets, them latex sheets if you
I
don't
don't
have
want
them.
me no. I don't want me no day old day Sunday out in the pool. All
No,
those people
the kiddie
considering
pool, the
drugs,
kiddie pool,
the
right?
kiddie
And like,
pool.
yeah, and like everybody on like their drugs and shit, like pissing out their fucking shit, their
Mm.
fucking meth, Molly, GHB,
Whoever was playing in the pool had health care.
right? Truly, truly.
They had health care. They were upgraded.
Well, thank you for playing or for interacting with X Marks the Spot. Again, the number is for people who are listening. If you want to have your question or juicy story about the piss pool, or if you want to ask us advice for a future episode, the number for that is 415-448-6630. You can leave a voicemail or send a text. Thank you so much for being here with us, Elle.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! Before you go, where can people find you online?
You can find me at ell.mccullars, Ell Mccullars, and you can follow me at Queer Late Night, the podcast. You can follow me on all streaming platforms, or you can follow Just Press Play on IG.
Okay. Definitely make sure to check that out. And over this way, if you want to follow the Instagram for the show, that's X Talk Official. Or if you want to follow me personally, that's Markus X Official, MARKUSX Official. Yeah, this has been another exhilarating episode of X Talk. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. See you guys.
This X Talk